Have you ever wondered why the supersonic Concorde jet was retired? This legendary feat of aviation, born from a collaboration between Britain and France in the mid-20th century, was no ordinary aircraft. It wasn't just a plane. It was a symbol of prestige, a beacon of progress, an epitome of luxury in air travel. This was a jet that could whisk you across the Atlantic in under 3 hours, less than half the time it takes a conventional airliner. It was a marvel of engineering, boasting supersonic speeds and a distinctive, almost bird-like design that set it apart from its contemporaries. The Concorde was a head-turner. It commanded attention wherever it went. Its Mach 2 speed and sleek design were not just impressive, but they were also revolutionary. This was a time when air travel was transformed from a tedious necessity into an exhilarating experience. But despite these amazing features, Concorde was retired. Let's delve into the reasons why. One of the main reasons for Concorde's retirement was its high operational costs. This supersonic jet, the marvel of aviation engineering, was not just about speed and design. It was also about the price of progress. You see, Concorde's high fuel consumption was a major drain on resources. It simply guzzled fuel at an astonishing rate, making it a costly endeavor to keep in the air. The maintenance costs were another factor. Maintaining a cutting-edge aircraft like the Concorde was no small feat. It required a high level of expertise and a lot of resources. This, coupled with the high fuel consumption, meant that the operational costs were sky-high. Then there were the ticket prices. They were prohibitively expensive for many, making this supersonic jet a luxury that only a select few could afford. The combination of these factors made Concorde a costly venture, and in the end, the high operational costs were simply unsustainable. The tragic crash of the Air France Concorde in 2000 was a turning point for the Concorde jet. This event, unlike any other, shook the aviation world to its core. The Concorde, a symbol of speed and luxury, met with a catastrophic disaster. Just after takeoff from Paris, a piece of debris on the runway led to a tire blowout, causing a fuel tank to rupture and ignite. The aftermath was staggering. All Concorde flights were grounded and the aviation world was left in a state of shock and mourning. The incident severely tarnished the Concorde's reputation. The once revered symbol of opulence and speed was now seen as a harbinger of danger. Regaining flight clearance was no easy task either. It required extensive and expensive modifications to ensure such a tragedy wouldn't repeat. But the damage had been done. The Paris crash was the beginning of the end for Concorde. In 2003, the Concorde jet was officially retired. This marked the end of an era, a period in time when speed and luxury were the epitome of air travel. The Concorde, with its iconic needle-nose design, was a symbol of technological prowess and sophistication. However, a combination of factors led to its downfall. High operational costs made each flight an expensive endeavor, with fuel consumption alone being a significant drain on resources. The Paris crash in the year 2000, a tragedy that shook the world, cast a long shadow over the reputation of the Concorde. A decline in demand for supersonic travel, perhaps due to the rising consciousness of environmental impact, also contributed to its retirement. Despite its retirement, the Concorde jet left an indelible mark on the aviation industry. Its legacy lives on, reminding us of a time when we dared to push the boundaries of what was possible. And so the Concorde jet, once the pinnacle of luxury air travel, was no more. So, why was the Concorde jet retired? Well, it all boils down to a combination of factors. First, the operational costs were astronomical. The Concorde was a gas guzzler, and maintenance was a pricey affair. This, coupled with the high ticket prices, meant that only a select few could afford to fly, making it economically unsustainable in the long run. Then we have the tragic Paris crash, a devastating incident that shook the aviation world. The aftermath of the crash saw a decline in demand for supersonic travel. People were willing to trade speed for safety. Finally, there was a shift in the industry. Airlines started focusing more on fuel efficiency, cost-effectiveness, and larger passenger capacities rather than sheer speed. Thus, the era of supersonic travel gradually faded into the background. Despite its retirement, the Concorde Jet remains a symbol of a bygone era of luxury and speed in air travel. The Concorde's legacy will forever be etched in the annals of aviation history.